like those nettlesome raptidon. Or the base individualists within
Well,
Anti's choice.
at least it's not shooting the water anymore.
The system is resilient. The system abides. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile.
Hogarth. Milver Street reckons he's the key to converting this town. Let's bring him the good news of Auntie's choice, shall we?
Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate. Word to the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsehood.
I had a nightmare that the matriarch didn't gift us the paradigm, and we were left to scramble for purpose and profit like Auntie's workers.
Greetings.
Executes on it throughout
It is
history.
my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
Strenuous or stressful, food is nutritious and
I
pleasant.
believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even... We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do... We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
He recognized it as the perfect ecosystem.
We are of like minds. We lack not the skill to do so. Our wily chief mechanist can reprogram the mech, but not without parts. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts.
Network. To govern it, the
Why, we're traitors, obviously. We've not fulfilled our duties as members of the Protectorate. It is incumbent upon us to fight to the death, yet we still live, as does our... Now, either the Arbiters arrive to execute us, or this place falls under the vapid boot heel of Auntie's choice. No matter who wins, we cannot sustain ourselves here for long.
the most robust ecosystem, like those
My linguistic embellishments are somewhat beside the point. Responsibility was mine. Disgrace and judgment should be... I owe it to every single person here to try.
But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors. Same
What sort of payment do you seek? Don't imagine we have much you need.
added zeal for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
Enough to lead and inspire those who work there, once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this island. Why do you ask?
Refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling.
Difficult place to saunter into. Stations off limits to anyone without the highest security clearance. For anyone in exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide you Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in. Are declared treasonous due to insufficient Wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. At least now my subjects will. The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not, under any circumstance, to get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle.
Farewell now.
Why? Because the matriarch herself designed it. A little extra added zeal for now, just to...
Hey, Commander. Could I have a word with you real quick? I hope you're not seriously considering helping the Protectorate here. I know these folks seem on the down and out, but we're as like to do more harm than good by siding with them. I'm not in favor of one party over the other. It just worries me that we might be involving ourselves in something we have no business in. No, Commander, you're right. It's just, that hasn't always worked out so well. For me, in the past, Reviving Westport would anger some folks back in Fairfield, but there's no question the Vigilant could help us get into the Vox Station a whole heck of a lot easier. Your heart's rightly placed, Commander, but past experience has taught me that sometimes helping causes more harm than good. That's all I'm getting at. Given the condition of this place, I'd assume no shortage of willing spirits eager for a way out. But then, reason's sometimes hard to come by. Before you make a decision one way or the other, let's ask around. See what the residents have to say. No use trying to lift up those attached to the muck.
A perfect life of contentment and plenty.
No, I just feel sad for them.
Almost missed the routine certitude of my assigned profession.
At night, work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need. Prudence dictates.
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure, amplifier requisition, and 2 more cases of uranium exposure. We're a mite bit busy these days. The Marshal is under a lot of pressure to deliver automechs to the Vox relay station. But I'm responsible for their... If even a single automech steps out of line, it will be the end of me. Uranium-corrupted automechs open fire on Protectorate soldiers, and I end up in the darkest bowels of mental refreshment. I'd rather not find that out the hard. The Marshal is a good man, but he values speed while I value accuracy. Neither of us. Hazel should get you sorted right quick, assuming she has the parts. She's right between the barracks and the main gate. Can't miss her. You'll want to see the quartermaster. She's right next to the gate. She'll only be able to sell you our surplus, but you might...
Oh, unfamiliar clientele. I was just the... Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts. You need any supplies? Talk to my friend the quartermech here. You'd think that a fully stocked auto-mechanical repair center would have automech parts, and 9 times out of 10 you'd be spot on. Trouble is, a bunch of supplies went missing recently, right around the time the quartermech completed a routine inventory. As a matter of fact, yes. Recently, when the crates by the wall got too high, it began stacking supplies on the catwalk above.
I'd gather that their automech programming is just as rigid as the rest of their society. Meaning, this automech didn't misplace anything.
Logic can be a funny thing, you understand. One misstep can have the most peculiar results. Doubtful. Zeranium affects their aggression in targeting subroutines. Basic instructions would still... The quartermech is my responsibility. Claim whatever parts you require from the missing supplies, and we'll call the matter... Delphinia's lab would be the place to search. We use it for storage, and our records indicate the supplies were present and accounted for.
Standard Earth Directorate protocol calls for a thorough grid search of the premises, Commander. Those parts are bound to turn up somewhere.
I assume you two have met already? Delphinia? No. I doubt she stole what I would have given her freely. Best of luck in your search. Let me know if I can be of assistance.
My erstwhile assistant returns. Now that you mention it, there was one particularly insistent little mech who after several firm remonstrations, I told it the interior of this building is off limits while I am working here. Didn't see that peculiar little scamp again after that. Until I'm
Welcome back. The itinerant stranger returns.
And plentiful.
Certainly. What would you like to know? Our society is built of layers. With the benevolent we are also tasked with leading the rest of the subjects. There are why even the Sentinels rely on our guidance. Regardless, I suppose, is there anything else? That is most excellent. Please, hand them over.
We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Sincerest thanks. Now, we had what you outsiders call a deal. I promised you there is wreckage from a crashed ship traversing most of the expanse. With the right equipment, the path will lead you directly to the... Tell me, do you already have Protectorate jump boots in your possession? That's what I knew them as. The official title is Personal Plasma Thrusters, I suppose. Wouldn't know much about that, but you'll find they serve a practical purpose here. With them equipped, you'll traverse that path with relative ease. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It'd save many lives.
Don't fret. The system is resilient. The system abides. But
The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing protectorate law. Marshal Corbin. As with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him now to do his part. Seek him out at the Vox Relay, conscript him with the writ. And this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility beforehand. We cannot allow any of that to happen. If Corbin becomes the highest-ranking officer alive, no one will be able to contradict his accounting of events. The Protectorate execute connivers and schemers. Corbin must appear forced to take down Montelli in the moment. It cannot feel like a plotted coup. Good, good. Here is the writ. I may not survive to see what occurs, but I trust you to follow your conscience. Farewell now. Promise you'll return here if you can, to check in on my people and see how they fare.
And the sovereign embodies and executes on it. Throughout history, human society...
Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse.
We all enjoy the full luxury
Well, that's what's commonly referred to as your opinion.
of contentment and pleasure.
Farewell now.
Community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful.